It's a rainy morning on the beach at Poppet Sands near Cardigan, Wales, the perfect setting for ex-racehorses to embrace their new lives. Sophie is a dedicated racehorse trainer and has spent the past 15 years working with over 350 sprinters, helping them transition from the track onto successful second careers in long-term homes.
I got my first racehorse when I was 14 years old. I bought him off a local point-to-point trainer. He was called True Style. He was a great big 17-1 chestnut. Probably not the ideal choice for a 14-year-old, but I absolutely adored him. Did everything with him. We went cross-country, we did eventing. He was just fabulous. And I stayed in touch with his trainer. He's a lovely chap called Nev. And I suppose he really taught me that you could get on with these horses and that there was a life for them outside of racing. They are completely different to any other horse that you ride. They've just got a different brain. And I think anyone that knows a thoroughbred kind of gets that and understands that feeling. Racehorses make fantastic all-round riding horses. There used to be a belief that they would do their one thing, do their one job, but actually these horses go on and have fabulous second careers. Racehorses are the ultimate athletes. They come from a very rigid training routine, so whether that's flat racehorses or national hunt horses, their routines are very structured, largely due to the number of horses that are often in training, in yards, so everything has to be done at a set time. I suppose I see us as a halfway house. We're not as regimented as a racing yard, but we do keep structure and we let these horses have a soft landing, I suppose, when they come out of racing, and make sure that they can acclimatise to life outside of racing carefully and in a safe environment. I've got Amberly, who is my wing woman. She's been with me for about 4 years now, and a lot of her work is around the hacking, purely because she is so confident and competent, and I can relax and know that when she takes a horse out hacking on its own, it's in safe hands, and those first experiences are really important. Harriet lives just down the road from me and is a show jumper by trade. She has ridden on the team squad for Wales on several occasions and produces her own show jumping ponies, and has actually started coming up here for a bit of work experience, and has proven that she has got not only a fabulous seat but fabulous hands, and the horses go unbelievably well for her. So just push that inside hand right forward. Yeah, lovely. Lovely. And now have a change of rein and see if you can set him up again just like you have on this rein. So we know his head's going to come up as he comes round the turn and he's going to lose a little bit of balance. The work starts actually before the horse comes here. So that work involves speaking with the trainer and getting an understanding of why that horse is exiting the racing industry. Depending on whether the horse has raced recently or not, we will build our retraining program based around the individual horse. No journey is the same for every racehorse that leaves the industry. It's completely tailored to each horse that leaves. My ethos is very much about finding what those horses are going to thrive in, rather than pigeonholing them into different disciplines. I've had horses that have come in for retraining that have gone off to a variety of different disciplines. One that stands out to me was a 4-year-old mare who came in as quite a flighty mare actually, but just thrived during her retraining process here, and has actually gone off to be a battle reenactment horse. So goes off on her weekends and does these grand battle reenactments where she carries gunpowder and a cannon and all sorts of really exciting stuff. And these horses, that's just proof that these horses can go off and have really varied careers. They might not all be top-level competition horses, but I truly believe that there is a life for them after racing for all of these horses.
I had been looking online for quite a few weeks, and then I thought, why don't I just give Sophie a ring? When you're buying a horse from Sophie, they're not just come straight from the racetrack. They've been there, done that, and seen lots of different things, out hacking and everything. So when Sophie said that she had one that would maybe suit me, I jumped at the chance. I now own Eel Pie Island, stable name Pie. We've started competing in team chasing over the spring, and she's done really, really well. We've come 6th in our first event. We came 2nd in the last but one event, and then the last event up in the Wednesday, we won that one.
Retraining of racehorses is the racing industry's official charity. It's dedicated to the welfare of retired racers and a regular supporter of Sophie's work.
We serve racehorses by providing support for their owners to make sure that they are safe when they retire from the sport. Additionally, we've got a safety net that is there for horses at any stage of their careers once they retire. So whether they've just left training or whether they're 5 years down the road, if they're in trouble, we've got charitable funding that supports those horses to be rehabilitated and retrained. The good retrainers are invaluable to us because they help these horses in that first step. They're coming from a very regimented lifestyle, so they need to be supported in that transition when things are going to be slightly different. They're going to have more turnout. They don't know when they're going to be ridden every day. You know, there's that slow process of moving them out of that super structured environment into what they're going to be facing in the leisure world. So the good retrainers like Sophie and various others across the country are really important to us because then we don't have to worry about those horses.
This is Agent Sanois. He is a 10-year-old gelding by a French stallion called Sanois. He ran for Neil Mulholland for the majority of his career and was a fairly successful 3-mile chaser. He is an absolute gentleman. He was known as the Fat Connemara in training because he was always tubby in training and always just looked quite round. He wasn't your typical build for a chaser. Agent's been really successful in the show ring. He did really well at the Royal Welsh last year where he finished as reserve champion ROR overall. I absolutely love my job. It can be challenging at times. There's a lot of wet early mornings and dark evenings, but I absolutely love it. And for me, I feel like I've done my job properly when I get a text or a phone call one evening with a new owner of a horse, and I followed the process right through from having that horse collected from the racing yard, right through to them doing their first competition or winning their first rosette or doing their first fun ride or their first beach ride. It's just knowing that those horses are happy and settled in their new careers that just does it for me.